Okay, so today we're gonna be doing this pork butt with some back-ended barbecue seasoning, the Peppery Prince. All right, so check it out. It's a real easy, good seasoning. Usually you just coat it heavily, let it rest for about 20 minutes, and you're gonna see a magnificent color. So I'm just gonna remove this packaging right here. Me personally, I like to score my pork butts. Some people do, some people don't. I've actually not done it before, but I actually like the way it looks when it is scored. So I'm just gonna give you an example of how I do my pork butts. I go one way and then I do another cross. So deeply up into the edge, about an inch, half inch or so apart. Then I just turn it this way. I'm just gonna go against it like that, deeply, so that way all the seasonings can penetrate, the smoke can penetrate. Man, I've done it both ways, and this way I get the most smoky flavor. That's just my preference. So now I'm just gonna set my knife down, grab some mustard. We're gonna put it all around on the pork butt, all sides. Now, before I put it on this side, I see that there's some extra meat right there. I'm gonna take that off, just because I want it to be a little more uniform. I definitely don't want these edge pieces like this to be burning when we're smoking, because I typically smoke these for about 7 to 8 hours. So sometimes longer. Actually, it just depends on the size too. So put a little bit more mustard on so I can get all the edges, because we're gonna season this bad boy up real good. And you're gonna see how that back-ended barbecue peppery punch seasoning, you're gonna see how that just makes the meat shine, makes it glisten, turns to an awesome mahogany color after you let it rest for about 20 minutes. So let's go ahead. See, that's what we're working with. All right. And I just season liberally. Of course, make sure you get your sides. You want to get every inch of this pork butt. So flip it. I usually do the top last. And these are pretty easy. Like this is one of my favorite cuts to do when it comes down to seasoning wise, because it's pretty easy. Simple, nothing too crazy. Not a lot of trimming. Whereas with briskets, sometimes you're going to be doing a lot more trimming. Well, you are going to be doing a lot more trimming compared to this. But really, here it is. This is how it looks when it's complete, how it looks finished. See if I can hold it up to the camera, because we want to make sure we get all those little cracks in there. That's where that flavor, that's where that seasoning is going to seep in. You see? All right. Now we're going to let that rest for about 20 minutes. Let's see. Oh, okay. Thank you guys for joining. All right. But yeah, we're going to let that rest for about 20 minutes. And guess what? We got something up next. So we're going to swap this out really fast. Look what we got next. We got us some brisket. So now my family, they like pork butt, they like brisket. I've done brisket in several different ways. I've trimmed it heavily, got a nice uniform shape, and then I've just kind of did a light trimming on it. And honestly, what I realized is, like, with the light trim, for some reason the brisket comes out a lot juicier. So I've started to not trim it as much out of the pack as I used to. But let's go ahead and open this up. And of course, this is going to be seasoned with that back-ended barbecue pepper prince seasoning as well. I'm telling you, it makes the meat looks amazing. The flavor to it is awesome. Man, everywhere we go when we're selling plates and stuff, man, they absolutely love it. So that is awesome. You can find that at www.backyardbarbecue.com. Check us out. Um, let's see. But this is actually a pretty good brisket. I mean, real meaty, not too overly fatty. Let's just get this out of this package. I'm having a little bit of difficulty getting it out of the package, but we're about to go ahead and I might have to cut and then come back. Or maybe not. We're going to see. Well, looks like it's going to be a knot. So, all right. We got that out the way. Gonna have to wipe that down. Luckily, we keep our towels right here. Boom. We're going to pat this dry. So I don't know how much I'm going to remove today. This is a family brisket. We got another one tomorrow that we're going to be cooking for an event, but this is going to be a family brisket. But I do see that there's some excess fat right here, so I'm just going to go ahead and take that down. I know I said I wasn't going to trim too much, but you also don't want a bunch of fat. Like, I cannot stand biting into a brisket chunk that just has a ton of fat. Like, no thank you. As I'm getting down to the flat, I'm going to take it. Let's see. That's not too bad, actually. Take some of these little pieces here off so it doesn't burn. But we're not going to go full competition cleaning with this. I could, but like I said, the more I trim, I've noticed that it's not as juicy as when I leave it untrimmed, which maybe, the fat does provide moisture and flavor. So with this being for the family and not for my business, we are going to trim a little less. Although if I master getting a tender, juicy brisket without less trim, I might try it for my business. You never know. But let's see. Oh, okay. All right. Thought I had a question in the comments. Sorry about that. All right, we're gonna flip it over. That's a big son of a bad boy right there. All right. Now all this I am gonna trim because you do not want that. That's for sure. Let's get this out the way. I should have chose a different knife, but I don't know why I chose this one. Do like that, huh? Scalped it a little bit. Like I said, it's for the family. Nothing too crazy. I just like cooking, honestly. Whether it's doing briskets, whether it's doing pulled pork. Man, I've mastered these smoked wings. I got a seasoning called Choo Choo Chicken Seasoning. And we've been smoking the wings with it. And oh my goodness. Man, I don't want to do hot wings no other way. From now on, it's like smoke wings. And during the Super Bowl, we ran a little special. We did 40 smoked wings for $60. Man, it was a hit. It was an absolute hit. So I really enjoyed it. We had a good time. Might do it again for the playoffs because that's always a good time. Again, this is not for my business. It's just for family consumption. So if it was for my business, I'll be a little more tedious, take a little more off. Although we are going to remove a lot of this silver skin because, yeah, no bueno. Not trying to scalp it either. Cool. Take some of this as well. Scalping it a little bit, but got a lot of silver skin. Not too much. Cool. Not gonna go too. Oh yeah, gotta get this. That just doesn't look appealing. Doesn't look appealing to me at all. Even if it's for the family, still got to make sure it's decent. To be honest, I'm probably the only one that be caring about this. They don't really be caring. They just want to eat. They're gonna eat and be cool. But yeah, but I care. So last thing you want to sell, feed your family is a chewy brisket or stuff that's subpar. So we're gonna take these little bits and pieces. These are just scraps of fat. Sometimes I feed it to my dog. Sometimes I throw it away. Today we're gonna throw it away. All right. Get our mustard. Excuse me. All right, let's go. Get it again. Slathering it on all sides, just like the pork butt. And what did I say we were gonna do with the pork butt? Same thing with the brisket. I'm gonna do a liberal season, very, very heavy. Like I said, this is a big piece of meat. Trust me, it can take all that seasoning. We are gonna get every side as well. If you just see how it's coming out, oh man, it looks looking beautiful. Nice even coating. Make sure all sides are coated. Let's get this side. I do the front last because that's how we're gonna put it on. So I want to make sure all the other sides are seasoned first. Boom. All right. Now, gonna flip it on over. It's a big boy, about 18 pounds. Let's go ahead and put some mustard on it. Mustard is really just a binder. Helps the seasoning stick. You're not gonna taste the mustard. So if that's something you're concerned about, don't worry about it. You're not gonna taste the mustard at all. And plus, look how light that layer of mustard is. This is gonna be on the pit for 18-pound brisket, probably close to 14 hours, 13, 12 to 14 hours. Really, it's just the temps. We're looking to get 206, 205, 206 for the final temp. Usually wrapping about 165, 175 sometimes. Really just depends on how it's looking, how the bark is looking, what color is it having. That's what I'm really looking for. And this seasoning right here is going to give you great bark development. That's one of the things I love about it the most. I mean, nice, even coats. Look at that. That's nice, right? Now I'm going to turn this to the side because I just want to compare really quick. See how the brisket looks? We've had that pulled pork sitting down for a little bit. Look at that. Look at that. That's marvelous. Look at that seasoning. It hasn't even been 20 minutes yet. Hasn't even been 20 minutes yet. And look at that. Here's the brisket that we just seasoned. And it's going to turn this color as well. But we just seasoned this. And look at, we seasoned that, I don't know, maybe 7 minutes ago, 8 minutes ago. I'm telling you, man. That season just does wonders. So what we're going to do right now, we're going to let these proteins rest. This got about another 13, 12 minutes or so. This one, 20 minutes just started. Then we're going to get ready to put on the smoker. So thank you guys for watching. I'm going to cut off this live. Great thing why I love to wear gloves. But I'm going to cut off this live. And yeah, we're going to get this on the smoker. And maybe we'll do a live with that as well.